What's up guys, welcome back to yet another synchro deck for Link Evolution, Speedroids. I have been meaning to try this deck out for a while, but I always drifted to other things instead. Speedroids are a wind machine synchro combo deck that do really well in swarming the field and going into some really good synchro monsters. The main weakness the deck has is that it has a lot of effects that will lock you into wind monsters, restricting our extra deck as such. Despite this, there are a lot of strong wind monsters to use in the extra deck still. Speedroids are actually the deck that the entire Clearwing Dragon lineup comes from, so Crystal Wing is definitely good to have as it's one of the best synchros in the game still. We also have access to Cosmic Blazar Dragon, as well as Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon, who won't be used for his Borreload Herald combo play thankfully this time. The main thing I enjoy about this deck is the amount of extending and recovery the deck is capable of. Along with their own revival spell, Speedroids have a few extra special summon effects through Terratop, Talking Tomborg, Den Daiko, and an additional normal summon from their Link monster, Rubber Band Shooter. Shooter is actually a pretty dope Link monster with two effects. The first one letting you normal summon again at the cost of only going into Wind Synchros for the rest of the turn from your extra deck. The second effect banishes a Wind Synchro from your extra deck to search two monsters from the deck equal to that level, giving your opponent a random choice to send one to the grave and one to your hand. Ideally, you would go for whatever you were missing between Daiko, One-Eyed Dice, Horse Stilts, or Double Yo-Yo, as using the next normal summon with Stilts or Yo-Yo can be amazing for continuing your board. The best way to use Shooter if you have Speed Recovery or Revival spell is to use his second effect, and then link him away into Auroradon. Once you revive him again, you can use his additional normal summon effect while reaping the benefits from Auroradon. The length of some plays and combos are kinda synchron level long depending on what you're going for. Ideally, the best board going first would be Blazar with a Synchro Dragon and Auroradon. There are times where Crystal Wing and Clear Wing are just as good though and easier to go into. Kite Drake is amazing going up against an established board, but sadly I didn't summon him much in this deck. It's best to start things off with Marble Machine since you can search Talking Tomborg and get you rolling, but Tetherwolf is another one card shooter along with Clock Dragon if you prefer him instead. Speedlift was something to try out, but it's really rare, so I would replace it with Upstart or something of your choosing. I'm going to show off one of those long combo sequences ending on Blazar for now, which involves some tricky effect use. As I mentioned, Tetherwolf is the starter for Shooter, but we have the Talking Tomborg as well to help. Since we already have a Daiko and Dice, we can banish a level 7 to try and get Stilts or Yo-Yo to the hand, both being good in either scenario, with Stilts having a slightly higher benefit because of his secondary effect. With Speed Recovery, we can go straight into Auroradon to revive Shooter later like I mentioned, saving that Stilt summon for later. By now, if you haven't noticed, this deck can be pretty weak to Nibiru just like many of my other decks, so if you want to play careful, you could try and save some of your recovery effects for after the board is cleared, since we have no way to stop Nibiru outside of getting Crystal Wing out and 4 special summons. Hagoita is actually a really good synchro for this deck and a main core part of our combo. If you control a Speedroid tuner on the field, he can revive himself once per turn practically for free. Thanks to this, you definitely want to use him as another synchro material whenever possible, since he will come back for more help. Thanks to Dice's level change effect, you can summon Marshall Metal Marcher to revive Dice again, giving Hagoita the chance to revive himself. From here, Blazar is guaranteed since we can now make the level 4 synchro puzzle and add him up with the other level 5 Hagoita and level 3 Metal Marcher. We accomplish all of this without Shooter's additional normal summon even. Since we do have that extra play though, we have easy access into a level 7 of your choosing, whether it be Clearwing Synchro Dragon or Clearwing Fast Dragon. This really isn't the strongest board known since we only have 2 forms of destruction, but we did also end up sending a Tri-Eyed Dice to the grave to negate an attack, so that isn't too bad either. The cool thing about leaving Auroradon on the field is that on your next turn if he survives, you can still use his tribute effect to pop a card, especially since the Shooter is looking kinda weak now with only 1000 attack. We also have another level 7 play in the hand, or a Kite Drake summon since we have Hagoita who can revive herself as well, but I decided to go for the animation effect and I also forgot about Hagoita entirely. This deck did receive even better support recently, so it's a shame we aren't at full potential, but hopefully you guys get an idea of how it runs. With only one set back row, this victory is guaranteed to be ours. So that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video and stay tuned for the next one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next in the comment section.